What's up, folks? The Sportsbook Killa, UFC 314 this Saturday. Don't miss it. My report card from last week, I posted up 3 parlay picks. 2 of them hit, 1 of them missed. So that was good. My strong bets, all of those hit. Kennedy and Chukwu fight got canceled, but the other 2, Torres Feeney and Lerone Murphy, hit. Those were my 3 strong bets for that fight card. My strong prop bets, I went 3 and 2, so I was 60% accurate on those. UFC 314. Let's get to the main event, which we normally start the main event first. The men's featherweight division, Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes. Alexander Volkanovski, he switches stances pretty good when he's boxing. He has great boxing. He has good takedowns, good wrestling. He has a pretty good ground game, great cardio and fast hands. Diego Lopes, he fights out of orthodox stance. He has some fast hands, good boxing, hard calf kicks. He's a Brazilian. He's a second-degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's a hard puncher with a good ground game, and he has a pretty strong chin. He can take a shot pretty good. In this fight, I'm leaning Diego Lopes. I am. I know Volk's good, but I think Diego Lopes can stand and strike with him, and Diego Lopes also brings the power factor. He hits a whole lot harder than a lot of those guys that Volkanovski fought in the past. So I'll be going with Lopes on this one. And I'll be taking the money line and the +5.5 spread on this one in separate parlays, of course. And I'm also going to take the over 1.5 round prop and the over 2.5 round prop. Next fight. Let's see what we got here. Oh, man, we got a good fight here. Men's lightweight division. Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. Initially, I looked at both of them fight, and I'm pretty much familiar with both of them. I bet on them, bet against both of them in the past. I was going to go with Paddy Pimblett at first. But then when I really sat down and analyzed it, let me just get through everybody's specs first. Michael Chandler, he fights out of orthodox stance. He has good boxing, good wrestling. He has a good ground game. He's a 10-planet jiu-jitsu black belt. He has horrible cardio, though. He usually gasses right around late in the second round. He does have KO power, and he's a former D1 All-American wrestler. Paddy Pimblett, he fights out of orthodox stance. He has a nice left jab, hard right cross, strong chin. He's a second-degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He has some hard-hitting body kicks. He can punch pretty good, too. He's a hard puncher, and he has a pretty solid ground game. Michael Chandler, I was scared to take Michael Chandler because I thought he would gas against Paddy Pimblett. But when I really thought about it, even if he does gas, Paddy Pimblett keeps that chin up in the air when he strikes. And Michael Chandler has a habit of finding people's chin early in fights. I certainly can't see Paddy Pimblett out wrestling Michael Chandler. I don't see that happening. So I had to go with Michael Chandler. I had to reverse my decision and go with Michael Chandler. And I'm also going to take I might put a little something on him in the money line, but I'm definitely going to take the +3.5 spread and Michael Chandler. I will do that because he's going to be the underdog here. And Michael Chandler is not a bad underdog to pick, especially against Paddy Pimblett, because Michael Chandler has been in there with much better competition than Paddy Pimblett has. Much better competition. But I'm not going to say Paddy can't fight. He can fight. But if he beats Michael Chandler, I got to give him all his props for sure, because this is a tough fight for him. So Chandler's the pick, +3.5 spread. I'll take the prop bet that the fight starts the second round, and I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit something on the under 2.5 round prop, just in case Chandler lay hands on him early, like in that first round, and get the fight over with. Next fight, for the men's featherweight division. This is a fight I'll say I'm not really looking forward to because men's featherweight division, we got Bryce Mitchell. I like Bryce. Bryce Mitchell's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Switches stances really well. He has relentless grappling. He goes after you for those takedowns, and he's good at it. He has good takedowns, a good ground game. He beat Dan Ige, and he beat Kron Gracie. João Silva is the opponent. João Silva trains with the fighting nerds. Those guys rarely lose. João Silva's on a 10-fight win streak. Fights out of orthodox stance. He has really good takedown defense. He has serious KO power, and he can box. He's a pretty good boxer. Like I said, I like Bryce Mitchell, but I don't think he can beat João Silva. And I feel bad because I would rather Bryce Mitchell fight anybody else but João Silva, but it is what it is, and they're going to fight. So I got to go with João Silva to win this. And I'm also going to take the prop bet that the fight starts the second round in this one. But I think that João Silva will defend the takedowns of Bryce Mitchell. And then in the second and third round, just piece him up and may even get a KO stoppage. But I do see Silva winning this fight. Good luck. What I'm talking about, good luck. Next fight. I'm so used to doing these short videos. Next fight. We got the men's featherweight division. Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull. Uh-oh. Now we got a fight here. Well, all of them going to be fights. That's why I said they're tough to pick. Yair Rodriguez. He's a Taekwondo black belt. He switches stances well. He has hard, fast head and body kicks. This dude can kick. He throws some hard elbows as well. He's the ultimate versatile striker. He has good boxing, good cardio, and a good ground game. Patricio Pitbull, he's coming over from, I think he fought in Bellator, and he fought in Rising as well, if I'm not mistaken. He fights out of orthodox stance. He throws some pretty hard calf kicks. He has great takedown defense, very good takedown defense, good cardio, but he has a very low strike output. I hate watching him fight because sometimes he stands for a minute, minute and a half without throwing anything, just watching his opponent. I don't like fighters like that. So my pick's going to be Yair Rodriguez, and I'll be taking the over 1.5 round prop on this one. But I think Yair Rodriguez has the tools to beat Patricio Pitbull, no question. Next fight. Let's see who we got here. We got the men's light heavyweight division. Nikita Krylov versus Dominick Reyes. Nikita Krylov, he's on a 3-fight win streak. He has good takedowns, a good ground game. He switches stances often. He likes to switch up, southpaw, orthodox, back and forth. He's been on a 2-year layoff. That concerns me some. He's a versatile striker. He's a pressure fighter. Dominick Reyes, he fights out of southpaw stance. He has some hard leg and body kicks. He has great takedown defense. He's on a 2-fight win streak. He has a very weak chin, though. He's been chinned a couple of times. He has a good left straight that he throws, and he has pretty good cardio. This is a tough one because Dominick Reyes is starting to kind of gain some momentum, and he's starting to look kind of good in that cage. The problem is, I don't know which Dominick Reyes is going to show up. So I got to go with Nikita Krylov on this one. If the Dominick Reyes that fought John Jones showed up, oh, I put all my money on him. But the Dominick Reyes that fought Juan Blachowicz shows up, I ain't going to want to bet on that guy. So I'm going to go with Krylov, and I'm going to sprinkle a little something on the under 2.5 round prop because I think these guys are going to just go at it from the first round on out, and somebody's probably going to get stopped in this one. So I'll take the under 2.5 round prop in this one. Next fight. What we got? We had the men's featherweight division. Ige versus Sean Woodson. Ige is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, judo brown belt. He has good boxing, boxes out of orthodox stance. He has a hard left hook. He has some serious KO power, and he also throws a hard straight right hand. Sean Woodson, he's a stance switcher. He goes from orthodox to southpaw. He has some great boxing, though. He has some really good boxing, good calf kicks, good takedown defense. He's on a 4-fight win streak. He has a strong left jab, good takedown defense, and good cardio. Ige is a tough opponent, but I got to lean Sean Woodson because Sean Woodson is 6'2". He's going to be the lengthier fighter in there. 78-inch reach on him versus Ige's 71-inch reach. If Sean Woodson gets in there and throws his jab and a few calf kicks, he should be able to keep Ige at bay, defend the takedowns for sure, because I'm pretty certain Ige is probably going to want to shoot for a few takedowns here and there. But I think Sean Woodson should be able to outbox Ige for 3 rounds. So I'll be taking the over 1.5 round prop and the over 2.5 round prop in this one. Next fight, we got the women's strawweight division. Xiaonan versus Virna. How do I say her name? Jandiroba. I always call her Jandiroba because that's how I think it's probably really pronounced, but she lets Americans get away with saying Jandiroba. Xiaonan. She fights out of orthodox stance. She has a nice left jab. She has a fast side kick that she throws. I watched that in her fights. She throws a really fast side kick, and it's pretty effective too. She throws it almost like it's a jab. She has good takedown defense, good ground game. She has a pretty hard right hand that she likes to throw straight, and sometimes she'll loop it overhand. It's hard though, and she has good cardio. Jandiroba, she's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt on a 4-fight win streak. She boxes out of orthodox stance. She has a decent left jab, but her takedowns are weak. However, if she does get you down, she has a really good ground game. I'm going Xiaonan on this one because Jandiroba is takedown or bust. If she can't get you down, she's more than likely going to lose the fight. Xiaonan has different weapons. She's okay on the ground. Not as good as Jandiroba, don't get me wrong, but she's good on the ground. And if she can defend the takedowns and defend the submissions and keep the fight standing long enough, she'll piece up Jandiroba. So I'm gonna be going with Xiaonan in this one, and I'm gonna take the over 1.5 round prop. Next fight. Who we got here? We got the men's lightweight division. Jim Miller versus Chase Hooper. Jim Miller fights out of southpaw stance. He has a seriously strong guillotine choke. Hard straight left. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. And he has some hard head and body kicks too. Chase Hooper, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He has a phenomenal ground game. Hard left hand. Good takedowns. Good cardio. He has okay striking. I don't think he'll be able to outstrike Jim Miller though, even with the height difference. Chase Hooper's 6'1", Jim Miller's 5'8". Chase Hooper right now is minus 800. By fight time, he'll probably be minus 1,200. I can't make no money betting on Chase Hooper, and I'm not so sure he submits Jim Miller, so I can't even take the minus 3.5 spread on this one. So I gotta go Jim Miller if I'm gonna bet on the fight. I gotta go Jim Miller because right now Jim Miller's plus 5.5. He's plus 550. So he's a 5.5 to 1 underdog. I gotta go with Jim Miller, and I'm gonna take the plus 3.5 spread just in case Jim Miller wins a round. If he wins a round on all 3 judges' scorecards, that's all I need if I take the plus 3.5 spread. So I'm gonna take Jim Miller money line, sprinkle a little something on him. I'm not gonna go heavy on him. I'm not predicting this major upset. I'm just betting on Jim Miller because it's just a smarter choice right now. So I'm gonna take Jim Miller. I'm gonna take the plus 3.5 spread and Jim Miller, and I'll also take the over 1.5 round prop. Next fight. Men's featherweight division. Darren Elkins versus Julian Erosa. Juicy J. Darren Elkins trains over at Team Alpha Male. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He has good takedowns. He boxes out of orthodox stance. He has a great ground game. He has a strong chin, but his boxing is rather weak. Julian Erosa, he trains over at Extreme Couture. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. Fights out of orthodox stance. He has a good left jab. His chin's rather weak though. He gets dropped and staggered often. He has a hard right hand though, and he's a versatile striker. He has really good cardio too. Julian Erosa's minus 355 right now, meaning he's a 3.5 to 1 favorite. I don't see it. I can't bet on this fight. I thought it would be easy. I really did. I thought I'd just bet on Julian Erosa once I saw this fight. But when I watched Darren Elkins fight, his ground game is serious, very serious. And if he gets the takedowns and him and Julian Erosa get the rolling around on the ground, I can't say Julian Erosa has an advantage over him. So now Julian Erosa, if he catches anybody in that guillotine choke, he can submit him. His guillotine choke is sick. So I can't go either way. I don't know. I don't feel strongly about either fighter. I really don't. Darren Elkins has a path to victory, and Julian Erosa has a path to victory as well because he has the better stand-up. But I think Elkins going to have the better ground game. So I'm going to stay off this one. Good luck in your selection, but I can't really pick one on this one. The next fight, we got the men's middleweight division. Sedriques Dumas versus, how do you call him? Michal Oleksiejczuk. I hope I said it right. Sedriques Dumas, he's a 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu purple belt. He fights out of orthodox stance. His boxing's weak. He has a low strike output. He won't throw a jab. But he does have okay wrestling. I give him that. He has okay wrestling. He's 6'2", 79-inch reach, and you got to beg him to throw a jab. Oleksiejczuk, he's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's a pressure fighter. Fights out of southpaw stance. He's a hard puncher. He has good boxing, but his ground game's garbage. That makes me want to bet on Dumas. It does. If I had to bet, I would go Dumas because he has the wrestling factor. Oleksiejczuk, if he lands a punch, he could get the fight over with because he's a very hard puncher, no question. I'm going to stay away from this fight. I don't like Sedriques Dumas because I don't like guys his height that won't throw a jab. I just don't like it. So I don't like to have to beg a tall guy to throw a jab. Don't like it. If he jab and box better, he could dominate these guys. but I won't mess with him in this one. And I definitely won't take Oleksiejczuk in his 3-fight losing streak. So I'll leave this one alone. Good luck on this one. Next fight. We got the men's flyweight division. Sumudaerji versus Mitch Raposo. Sumudaerji trains over at Team Alpha Male, fights out of southpaw stance. His boxing's weak, though. His takedown defense is weak. His ground game's weak. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. But he does have a hard lead left that he throws. I will say that. He throws a really hard lead left. And you could ask Matt Schnell about that one. He hit Matt Schnell quite a few times with it and rocked him. And he throws elbows every now and then. But Mitch Raposo, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, though you'll never be able to tell once he takes a fight to the ground. He fights out of orthodox stance and southpaw stance. He can mix it up. He switches. He has good boxing, good takedowns. He did lose to Jake Hadley, and he lost to Andre Lima. Though the fight with Andre Lima, he hung in there pretty good with Andre Lima. Jake Hadley just got him over with quick. Wasn't even a problem for Jake Hadley at all. I think Jake Hadley submitted him, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I watched that fight recently, and Jake Hadley submitted him, choked him out. The problem with Mitch Raposo is he has a poor fight IQ. Horrible fight IQ. If he used that good boxing he had to get inside and take these guys down, I would bet on him every fight, but he doesn't do that. Sumudaerji is just not good. He's just not good. I can't bet on him at all. I don't care if he trains at Team Alpha Male. I don't like watching him fight. He's just not good. His ground game is horrible. It's terrible. Raposo has a decent ground game, could be better, but he don't take down the guys he needs to be taken down. And if he does take them down, he don't like to keep them down. He let them right back up, and next thing you know, you got a tough fight where it could have been an easy fight. So I'm not going to touch a winner in this one. I can't bet on either one of these guys, but I can take the over 1.5 round prop, and I can take the over 2.5 round prop in this one. That's what I'll be betting on for this fight right here. I'll take a chance on the overs. Next fight, we have the men's middleweight division. Tresean Gore versus Marco Tulio. Tresean Gore boxes out of the orthodox stance, trains over at Team American Top Team. He has a fast left jab, good boxing, good takedown defense. He's a hard puncher, pressure fighter. He has good takedowns too. He does. Tulio, Marco Tulio, is a Muay Thai black belt. He's one of those shoot the box fighters. You know, they're very aggressive. Good takedowns, good boxing. He has a hard right straight, and he can loop it overhand and throw it just as hard. He has strong kicks as well. Versatile kicks. He's good. I gotta lean Marco Tulio in this one. I don't think it'd be a cakewalk because Tresean Gore is tough, but I think he can outstrike Tresean Gore, and I think he will if Tresean Gore tries to take it to the ground. I think he can defend Tresean Gore's takedowns, but I definitely will take Tulio. Like I said, I don't think it'll be easy by any stretch of the imagination. Tresean Gore gonna be a tough fight for Tulio, but I'm gonna go with Tulio in this one, and I'm also gonna take the over 1.5 round prop in this one. Next fight, and I believe it's the last fight. Women's bantamweight division, Nora Cano, I'm sorry. A person from France told me how to pronounce her name. Nora Cano. And thank you, person from France, that taught me how to pronounce her name. Nora Cano is going to be fighting Hailey Cowan. Nora Cano is from France, as I mentioned. She has a good ground game. She fights out of orthodox stance. She has good boxing. She's a hard puncher. She throws hard knees as well. She has good cardio. Hailey Cowan, she boxes out of southpaw stance. She has some pretty good boxing. She has some fast kicks. Her takedowns are rather weak, and her ground game's weak, though. I'm going Nora Cano in this one. I'm going to take Nora Cano to win. I like the way Nora Cano fights. I like the way she throws that jab. I like the way she strikes. You know, she ain't the best, but, you know, I like the way she fights. She fights with a lot of heart, and I do like that. And I also take the over 1.5 round prop and the over 2.5 round prop in this one. That's pretty much it, y'all. Somebody in the comments said I script this show or channel or my video. They said I script them, but I don't. What I'm reading off when y'all see me is just my notes. I got my notes here for each fight, each fighter, their strengths, their weaknesses, how long I think the fight's going to last. I put all that in my notes, and that's what I'm going off when I'm doing these videos. I watch each fighter and grade them, you know, accordingly by what I think is a hit or a miss, whether I should bet, whether I shouldn't bet, whether I should lay off. This fight card is going to be a lot of trickery in this one, y'all. It's going to be tough. So I would try to limit my parlays to 2-pick parlays. If you want to take a chance on some 3-pick parlays, help yourself. But I'm going to probably limit mine to 2-pick parlays because I see some tough fights on this fight card right here. And remember, write down your parlays before you get to the cage or before you get to the machine. Write them down. Take your time. Put them together. Make sure you try to make your parlays as profitable as possible. But don't get up there trying to do, well, this will give me these odds. Because when you get up there doing that, you're going to keep doing what most people do when they do parlays, missing by just one. When you write them down, you can look and say, okay, I missed one bet in this one, but now I can go back, add another fight to this, and now I still got the other 2. You don't want to miss on 2 bets because you got one wrong. You see what I'm saying? So you make sure when you're looking at your parlays, you got a 3-pick parlay, one fighter already lost, you still like those other 2 that's on the parlay though. So you can either go back and rebet those, or you can add another one to that and go up to the machine and boom, you might have another parlay that hits now. Because you usually when you're doing a parlay, you're usually missing by 1 if you're good at it. You're usually missing by just 1, sometimes 2, but usually missing by just 1. So you just keep on going. Okay, I got it all written down now. I know what I'm doing. You go in with a plan. Casinos hate people with plans. I'm telling you that already. I walk in I got notebooks and tablets and everything in my hand when I walk in. They look at me crazy. I don't care. I write down all my parlays before I go up to the machine. Every last one of them. I write down the odds on them, everything. So it's no surprises when I get to the machine. And you get there, you already know what you're going to put in. If you want to put in another one, keep some scratch paper and write it down. Write down your parlay before you go back up to the window. Don't try to memorize it. Write it down. Go up there, do exactly what you got on that paper, and it will increase your profits. I'm telling you. Good luck this weekend, folks.